Okay, kids, here we are in Vlora, Albania. It is Tuesday, May the 23rd, and today we're going to make meatball pasta sauce with linguine. But I'm not going to drag you through the whole damn thing. It's a lot of ingredients, and it takes a long time. We start with, in this case, half a pound, 250 grams more or less, of ground beef. Toss it in a bowl, salt and pepper, and a beaten egg, and swish it around and make a bunch of meatballs. Small ones, I like them small. And then we have our sofrito, our frying base, which in this case is onion, leek, a little bit of carrot because this recipe really doesn't call for it, but carrot has a nice taste, and some celery. That's step two. So I'm going to toss all of that on that plate into here. And the main thing is, it's very hard to see, but here is the sludge from the meatballs, which is critical. So all I did was fried them up for a couple of minutes, turned them over, and then pulled them off. I've got what I want, which is this fond, the bottom, the base. So in goes this stuff. Then next step will be the mushies. Now I'm using canned mushies because the fresh ones just don't turn my crank. And then the last part of this one will be the garlic. Garlic does not go in at the beginning. It goes in at the end because in 30 seconds it's done and in a minute it's burnt. So that's the order of events. This stuff, garlic, this is a crushed beef cube, which will just add some flavor to it. Then we've got the star of the show. Well, one star is a glass of red wine. So we're going to keep that to the side. Of course, salt and pepper and Worcestershire sauce, but not too much because it'll take over your dish, and dried oregano. The fresh herb situation here is very sad. I can't quite get my arms around it. But anyway, dry stuff is better than nothing at all. Okay, so at this stage we got all this stuff circulating in our pan. Dump in the wine. I'm sorry, before the wine we put in a bit of tomato paste and we stir fry it together with the other stuff just for a minute. Doppio concentrato di pomodoro, and not too much, kind of like a couple of dabs you would use to brush your teeth, because this will take over the whole dish in no time flat. So all that goes in with your wine and let her go for a while so that the wine is reduced. Then we add in this magnificent Italian passata, which there's no way that I can make a tomato sauce as good as these guys, so I just use this. And I do have a tomato on the side, which is going to go in after the passata gets going. And I have some cabbage too, but this is a dangerous vegetable because it can detract from the overall flavor. But I really like a lot of vegetables in my food, and one of the things I don't like about meatballs and tomato sauce is there isn't much in the way of vegetables. So I'm putting it in, but be careful. So once we got all that going, we let her cook very slowly in this pan, put a lid on her, and let her go. Next up is the pasta. Don't listen to the YouTube chefs. They put in 8 liters of water for a little bit of pasta. It's not necessary. It wastes energy, and most importantly, it dilutes your pasta juice, which you're going to probably want later on in the process. So we let all this go and thicken, and if it thickens just the way we want it, that's great. But if it doesn't, we got the pasta juice on the side to add in later on. I should also say I have kept the juice from the bottle of mushies, and I'm soaking these celery leaves in here because they add a nice little bite to it. So there you go. you cook your pasta. Back to this. Sorry, I'm jumping around. You put a lot of water in it. Bring her to a boil. Put your, in this case, it's fettuccine. Put it in there, and then the moment it comes to a boil, and you fan out your pasta, and let her sink down and get going, and then dump out all the water you can. All we need is enough water to submerge the pasta. That's it. So that will give us a more potent pasta juice later on, and it saves energy, as I said. So that's about it. I should mention extra virgin olive oil is the only one to use. And of course, we got some salt and pepper. Well, there you go, kids. I'll enclose a photo of the finished product.